started. Good morning, everybody, those here in person, as well as those joining us virtually. The Transportation Committee meeting today, May the 17th. We do have a quorum, and so we can go to item number 3 for public comments. And Jan, you have any? All right, so we'll move on to item number 4, approval minutes from our last meeting. Equal questions, comments? Ready for motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay. Yes, second.
Yeah, we should course. It's minutes.
Discussion. Those who are in favor of this, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Item approved. I mean, yeah. Item number 5, and also through item number 10, there are amendments. Item number 5 is for the Connect Transit proposal. Yes.
Still in a couple of meetings, so does that door have to?
You're competing based.
All right, no, leave it.
I mean, I've always thought so, but apparently I'm wrong.
Okay, we're good then. Let me verify.
They can knock or something. Do we have a sign? We used to have a sign. Paper.
Or we can leave it just a tiny bit ajar, so if there's noise, it won't be a problem. But listen.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Nick. All right. So item number 5 is a proposal for amendment.
Looks like this.
So yeah, you have that's one of the attachments that you receive in the email. So maybe I'll ask David, if you don't mind, go background and connect plans to do.
Sure, and as a matter of fact, this is actually a new requirement that we just heard of, that we had to include operating assistants in our FIP. So we have never done this in the past. This is either a new requirement or one that we just never complied with in the past. So this is just an amendment including our operating assistants, where that operating assistance is coming from.
Yeah.
And you can see it includes IDOT, Downstate Operating Assistance Program, FTA 5307, and then our local fair revenue. But we carried that forward with some assumptions of growth.
Yeah, and I'm seeing this when we get to the tip, we've got something very similar year to year. So
correct.
Compliance on.
Yeah.
Oh. Questions? Anybody for David? Right. So entertain motion. Right. So any further discussion? Those who are in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion approved. Item number 6, and also through 10, but we can do it separately or as one batch, however you agree.
I don't mull up at once if you want.
Is that okay with the committee?
Yep.
Okay, please.
Okay. So Amendment 35 is number K030, and it is an increase in cost of preliminary engineering on US 51 business from Gregory Bowles to Olive Street, normal. And Amendment 36 is tip A169. And it's an increase of cost due to a final estimate on the traffic signal modernization on Illinois 9 for Wanda Barnes. Amendment 37, CO89. That's a smart overlay that was added to the June 24 letting. The project is in the NPO area, just barely at Burns.
Right here.
Just barely. So that's old US 51. 2.5 miles south of 74 to 1 mile south, for a total of $3.9 million. Amendment 38 is a new project in FY25. It is a bridge deck overlay, bridge deck repairs, miscellaneous. at various locations. Tip number CN25 -5010, and looks like it's in the MPO area at 74, half a mile north of County Highway 27 south of Downs, for a total of $1.05 million. And the reason why it was moved to 25 is because of the next item, Amendment 39, which is tip number contract maintenance 26-5001, which is the northbound southbound ramp system line interchange, which was previously in contract maintenance 25. The reason why it was moved to 26 is because from previous experience, whenever we built shoulders out there, they fell apart. So they decided they want to add shoulders to that project. So it increased the project cost enough that they decided to move to 26. So it's been increased from 350 to 550 to accommodate that. And that's all.
Okay, questions, comments, discussions for Derek? I'm open to a motion to include the whole 6, I guess, or 5 items.
I move to amendments 35 through 39.
All right. Okay. Further discussion? Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion approved. Item number 11 is kind of those ones every year type effort on the tip. So Jen, you could provide some background?
As Ray said, every year we do this. I send out questions, I'll respond, and here's the result. And this is up to date for project information I received as of Wednesday afternoon. So hot off the press and on its way to you. Format hasn't changed. And the only thing that we did this last year, but I just want to remind everyone, rather than trying to include illustrative projects in the main project list, which could be confusing because they weren't sure what that meant. There's now a project list of stuff that's actually funded and eligible for listing in the tech, and then several pages back, there is a separate list of the illustrative projects, again, by year and jurisdiction, and that too is, we don't map this, there's no sort of definitive thing to say about it, but we do create the list. There is one possible project still sitting out there on the illustrative list, but we're not yet sure is going to. So we will see if that's the case as we get closer to approval, and we'll later rest of it at the end of June. And I have one message from Dan that relates to town of Normal that I will forward to you as soon as we're done here, and you can advise. And other than that, Dan's taken care of, and I'll keep you both posted basically. And our ask today is that we have our usual maps and stuff. I hope you had a chance to at least glance through and comments. So what we are proposing to do is to a little leeway here to publish this document on next Friday officially with all the announcements and notices and stuff like that. And that would conclude, we have 31 days of a period because it would conclude June 24th. And so that's a Monday. I wanted to end up, especially that particular weekend because it leads into and then that way, actually after, and then, sorry, Memorial Day, that's the publication line. So the idea being that we would hold both the technical committee and the policy committee on June 28th. And we'll get to the timing on that later in the agenda, but so that we can hold the public hearing that's required for the TIP during the technical meeting and then the policy. And what we're asking for here is that you approve the publication. Yes.
So moved. All right. Further discussion? Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion approved. Item number 12 on the agenda, that which may arise. If I may just introduce our intern, Ashley, you want to introduce yourself, please?
Ashlyn. I'm in my senior year ISU geography major. I'm from Mohammed, so I'm familiar with it.
Thank you. And I think I want to mention is the race grant. I think because I think last meeting in April we haven't really finalized the response at that time frame. But since the last meeting on April 19th, the RFP in response to the RFP we got responses. We had a stage for interviews and further consideration before we go to the next step. Yeah, just thank you for some of you who participate the process, and we continue the process in the next few weeks. As we'll keep you updated. Any other items people want to bring up?
I think safe routes for all, or safe streets for all. And that doesn't expire on 14th June.
The current application,
Yeah.
since we already have an existing grant for now.
Okay. And then I have grants, I have applications that come up in August sometime. Just so you know.
Can I ask a question, guys? Has there been any hint of when this program might come out?
No.
That was kind of what I thought.
We do really tell you as soon as we find out.
I know,
Yeah,
and I just feel I sort of have to have a record, because once again, and it says it right on the cover of the draft, so this does not currently include state projects for this area, for our area. And when we have them, we'll do what we did last year, which is an amendment, including another public review period, given what we know about how it changes. So I think people should get used to this.
Yeah.
Expecting it.
You know, I didn't have to do that, but I just don't see it.
I for whatever reason, it just changed, and I know maybe that was post-pandemic, kind of, okay, we're not trying to do this with its usual trend, it's just not going to happen. Such as life, we come back in 2 months and make the changes.
Any other items we want to bring up? Or anything exciting going on? Next scheduled meeting, June 28th. You would note that we put on the agenda is 10 a.m. And part of that reason, we moved back or move forward one week. So that is the same morning as the policy committee. And part of the reason is all the review period, publications, public hearing, time, all those.
That, yeah, right. That agenda will include a public hearing for, following the public review period. Usually doesn't amount much, but it's been quite some time since we've had anyone asked to be part of that, but it will also include approval of the tip itself, like for the policy, recommending to the policy committee. Same thing for our unified work program for FY25. What else do we have? I thought there was something else around.
Do you have a safety measure, or have we already done that? Yeah, that safety measure that we put that.
The 2%.
I thought we had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was out there.
The annual sort of standard adoption from the action takes 6 months.
Okay.
I thought we did that like February, March.
I think so.
Yeah. Check,
Okay.
but-
Yep, I think so.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, on that note, not for the meeting, but there was something that IDOT initially was asking all the NPOs to do is the GHG greenhouse gas emissions, and now targets, and now because of I think some court decision, and so it's not a requirement, but I think I'm still kind of interested in NPOs to do something on that area, and so stay tuned. Your staff start looking at some of the background information. There was a webinar or some kind of virtual meeting with other NPOs on the GHG stuff. So because also for our sake, for our region, we have something in our long-range transportation plan. You may recall some participated a year and a half ago, years ago almost. So something about the environment. So stay tuned on that too, because I'm sure from the process, FDA and other things that impact on.
And Tanya and Francesca are working on our travel demand model. And part of that effort now is to see if that can be augmented to help us look at those targets, sort of look at what it tells us about future greenhouse gas generation and target appropriate. So that's part of what goes into this.
Yeah, and I think, Bob, you want to add anything to that, Bob?
Yeah, the targets are not a requirement anymore based on the court decisions, but IDOT's recommending you adopt voluntary targets as a baseline. IDOT has already set targets statewide, so we are continuing to move forward, even though it's legally not required at this point. And Ray, do you want to mention that also the Title VI and the draft PPPR?
That's
Yeah. So no, very good. Thank you, Bob. So there are two planning efforts we can't talk about recent past. One is the Title VI, the other the HSTP, the Human Services Transportation Plan. So for the Title VI, we have completed the draft. Our staff have completed the draft, and that will be published in June, early June. That's our target date, or late May.
actually it's actually in the tip already.
Right.
Here. This requires a 45-day public review period. And so we will start that on June 3rd. And it will run through, I think it's the 18th of July.
Yeah.
18th of July, on the theory that can then be acted upon by policy at the end of July. The technical committee meeting will be the following day, the 19th of July, and we can hold a public hearing
Right.
and then take to policy.
Yeah.
That document.
Yeah. I mean, as you all know about Title VI, so that we, in conjunction with that, or as part of that, you have the public participation plan, and also the language, the LEP.
English is sort of
Plan. And so that's for the Title VI. And then on the other hand, on the parallel track is the HSCP. We also have completed the draft. We actually started inviting for public comments or reviewing comments. It's a 30-day public comment period. And so there we'll have, coming Monday, in a few days, we'll have, it's a regional plan, meaning there are 5 counties involved, including McLean County. And so we will be having a joint committee, both the technical and also the policy joint committee meetings Monday morning. I think some of you maybe connect with you. I think last time they invited and on that, and then I don't know who else. I think County Luke was there last time, and so and also the 4 other counties too. So this is one of those things we haven't had a lot of participation last few years, a lot to do with COVID for one, traveling, with the 5 county area, and then also because of the staff resource, especially for the rural counties. And but we're glad that we are at a stage where we can actually preparing for public review and comment, and then holding a public hearing coming up on May the 30th. It's a virtual public hearing. So, in fact, Jan, could you send a flyer, maybe today or Monday, to all the committee members, both the technical and the policy.
Our committee.
Our committee,
Okay.
in addition to, yeah.
Well, it's already gone out for the actual regional.
Right, yeah.
But I'll just.
But our technical,
What we're doing.
our technical and policy.
Our draft plan, which has been underway actually quite a while, but sort of intensively since early this year, was published on May 1st, run through the end of the month, and then hold this hearing, and then we'll go back to the regional committees in June. We hope for adoption by the Region 6 Policy Committee. And then starting with the first of July in the fiscal year, we're going to be implementing that plan and making some changes to the structure and moving on to some things that we could do during the pandemic.
So then we've been quite busy because all our projects, important projects in the same time frame and parallel. So we've been doing our best. Yeah. Any other items we should discuss or bring to the groups?
I just have one thing, and
Sure.
you first, because yours is probably more.
No, not, it's just that on setting the time for the meetings at the end of June. Probably
Yeah.
don't need that much time after this.
Yeah, because the policy committee on the same day, June 28th, typically starts at 11:30. So our technical committee, we may not need hour and a half. So would you prefer to like do a 10:30 meeting, or you want to do an 11? Given what Jen said earlier about public hearing and other things. 11. Okay.
A lot of us are here for both.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And I said, boys.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe with all the action. But no,
Okay.
it's not gonna be good.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll make 11 o'clock for the technical and then 11:30 for the policy. Okay.
I'll go first. Oh, man.
Sadly, no. You gotta refer first.
Yeah.
Sorry, David, we can.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to throw out, we will be hiring a transit planner again. We haven't had that position open since Jacob went to the town of Normal. So if anyone knows somebody who, what's that?
You said accusingly.
No, not at all. It was, that just shows the upward trajectory of this job. But anyway, we will probably be posting in the next week or so for that position. It is somewhat entry level, but exposes them to not only this committee, but a lot of the FTA and the transit requirements that we have. And really, it's more about making our bus routes efficient and serving our public here. So if anyone knows anybody that's interested, please just let us know.
Yeah, anything else, anybody? All right, okay, entertain motion to adjourn the meeting. So, okay,
Second.
okay. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Have a great rest of the day and the weekend.